What's up, guys? We're out here with Trinity from Top Notch Auto Care. Working on Sabrina. Putting in some tube chassis frame rails. The frame rails on this guy are about yay long. They don't go like all the way to the back like a normal car or like a truck. They've got a frame that the body sits on. The rails go from front to back. So this guy, since we've got to cut out all of the rust anyway in that area, we purchased these 6-foot steel tube beams, whatever you guys want to call them, to stick up in this area, and then I'm going to be able to weld the rocker panels to the outside of that, giving me a normal-ish looking Impreza, but giving a lot of rigidity to the frame for drifting and to eventually be able to put a roll cage through the floor pan and have that roll cage be entirely all steel and independent of the vehicle itself. So pretty exciting stuff. I was kind of hoping initially that I didn't have to go this far with the cutting, grinding, and welding, but Trinity and I are going to get it done. We're going to figure it out. We're going to be some YouTube certified warriors today.
God damn, that's crazy, dude. I'm not gonna lie, you just had the balls to cut out what I didn't for like 2 years. I've been too scared to do that for 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, you're making me quite a happy guy right now.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Alright.
So, we've cut out. There we go. Disconnected from. Alright, so that was the cut we made. Trent did an amazing cut. He did a really good job. I just sat on it, and now this is what, 51 inches?
Yes, sir.
51 inches right there in the glass. That's pretty cool. I was so nervous on my drive over here, and like all of that is entirely gone. The jitters are just gone, and like I'm just so pumped now. She's gonna be sideways.
So now we're gonna dry fit that in place, and we're gonna use the Sharpie. We're gonna mark everything that you're gonna grind off.
So
Yep.
here we're measuring the
Meaning like
distance
weld
of
that in
underneath.
place.
Yep.
the pinch
And then we're
weld
also
used
gonna
to be,
clean
so
the
that
mill
we can
scale,
measure
which is
that tube
If
to
you look,
match the
steel is a nice
distance.
shiny silver color right here.
We're just cutting
But if you
off
look at the
end
top of
piece
this, it's got this
and have a
blackish
second
grayish coat
piece
to it.
measure.
Yep.
That's gonna
That's
go past
actually, it's called mill scale, and it's the impurities coming out of the steel as it's rolled with cold rollers
Whoa.
coming out liquid hot to
Cool.
form it into shape. And that mill scale will actually prevent you from getting a good weld. It'll cause air pockets and structural reduction, and it reduces the structural integrity of the weld itself.
This big chunky boy. Bringing her down here. See how she fits. That actually lines up real nice over here. This is the first time we're sizing this. This is the original pinch weld, and this is gonna be the original pinch weld. And this is going to be the tube chassis that we're putting in. If you can see, it starts at the front here, and there's the unibody's main frame is here, and that's going to come all the way down to that end right there. And it's such a good fit. And then I think that we're going to be finishing off the end with the rest of the steel, is my guess.
Inside.
Inside, yep, that's cool. So we bought a perfect amount of steel.
Yep.
This is what I'm using. I'm going to be using this to take all of that kind of undercoating paint material off so that we can weld down there. This is really abrasive, but it shouldn't mess with the metal all that much. It's like a wound steel core kind of.
It eats everything but the metal.
It's gonna be really nice. Let's get the camera up underneath there and get back to work. So yeah, that's what I ended up with. Is this whole seam is now clean, ready to go for welding. I'm gonna clean up the inside too, but I got a little more to do yet up top. Back to the arm workout, boys. My side's loaded up. It's done.
So here about every 1.5 feet we're doing tack welds so that it'll hold itself in place. We didn't end up getting this fully stitched in today, but that's okay. I'd like to get the other side tacked up and then both of them stitched in at the same time.
Go ahead. Run a couple.
So, this is the first time I've ever welded anything that's not just a piece of metal. To be honest, I've only welded like 2 pieces of metal before this, so I was just fully going for it. I have no regrets. The MIG welder is kind of a squirt gun from what I have learned. I've just done a couple tacks, so squirt gun activated. It was really fun though. I'm very glad that I took the opportunity to get in there and tack up this tube frame. There's definitely a large learning curve. You guys get to watch me struggle. Please make fun of me in the comments. The gap's not perfect here in the back, so I was kind of figuring out exactly what all I needed to do to fill the gap, or if I needed metal to fill the gap. There is some spots that we need metal to fill it.
It's okay, we're just working on a tin can anyways.
It's my tin can.
So here I've got to go over where I'm cutting so that I can weld the area for the new driver's floor pan.
Up here, you need to take a notch out for this foot kick piece.
Yep.
And we're literally talking 1/2 inch notch.
Oh, where's the Sharpie, you know?
No.
If we want to cut pieces out, we can cut pieces and leave that middle piece. Now, I guess it's probably better to structurally cut the pieces out that I want to. I agree with you.
There's your cut you got to make on that to get it to fit up in here.
Bada bing, baby.
Now you're probably gonna have to slide this corner in first. That should go right in.
I'm gonna move the camera location. And now, if I take a step back here and I look at in here, that's actually an incredible view. The amount of rust is under 10% right now in the cabin.
Tack welded.
Tack welded. We got it in place. That's what the most important cool part is, man. That was the tack welding in this, and the floor was my two biggest pieces. We got about 3/4. I'm going to call it halfway. There's still some holes that I didn't get to, but all the metal is prepped. Let's be weird. We got 5/8 of our way there. 5/8, 60%. We got a solid D. Everything takes longer. I say a D when you're working on a car this interesting is pretty good. Also, that's cute. That's cute. Those probably got crushed in a little from my jacks. You live and you learn, man. You live and you learn.
Look at that. You just tacked that in there and I covered your back 2 holes too.
Oh.
You're at 83% done now.
Look at that. Let's get this. Get a little show offy on video. It's not clean, just tacked. But how many Imprezas you know that have a tube chassis? Or at least the start of one. Dude! Gangsta! Woo! And with that, guys, come here.
Have a good day.
We're gonna send her off. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Have a good night.